Good afternoon. We're here at the Nelson County Sheriff's Office in reference of the death investigation. Started yesterday afternoon, approximately about 5:01 p.m. Nelson County dispatched deputies and our on-call detective out to Sullivan Lane to conduct a death investigation of a white female found out in the field. Deputies arrived at 5:20, and the coroner was responding at 5:49. During that time, the detective and the deputies and myself, we secured the scene and processed the scene. A female by the name of Mary Teresa Ball of Bardstown, age 43, was found in the field face down, and we secured the area and conducted a scan of the wooded area for crime scene things that could be in the area. An autopsy was conducted this morning, and the cause of death is still pending, but there was no blood trauma to the body. The body was not shot, so we're pending toxicology and the cause of death. There's a lot of things pending due to the nature of the investigation. But if you guys notice, this was yesterday. Today the autopsy was conducted, the body was identified, and if you notice on our synopsis of events, there's a accident that was done on the 25th. That was Mary's vehicle. It was driven by her son, and it was probably about a 300 to 500 yards from where the body was found. That was a big help on identifying the body so quickly and conducting things. There's a lot of things that we're not going to go into because it's still an ongoing investigation, but we wanted to put out who she was, her identity, and what we know right now.
Some of the things that I had found when I was speaking to residents in the area, they said that, particularly about the car crash, that it was potentially an attempted suicide. There was a rag stuff in the exhaust pipe and things of that nature, and the gentleman who was driving, the son now, may have been intoxicated in some way, shape, or form. It's
still ongoing, so we're not going to comment on that. We still have to do a search warrant on the vehicle and process the vehicle and see if she was in the vehicle during that time frame. But we're looking into that.
Had anybody reported her missing prior to the discovery?
No. On the 25th, when the vehicle collision happened, our guys asked if anybody else was in the vehicle. The son stated no, but he had dropped her off at the Huddle House that day, and here we are today looking into that.
Has he been arrested for any reason? Or
No.
No. No suspects at the time?
No.
One of the other things I wanted to clarify, you guys say hunters, and you keep going back to hunters. From my understanding, it wasn't a hunter who found the body, it was a property manager?
They are hunters. They have permission to hunt. They went out there that evening to put feed out, and as they were driving in the trail, they seen the body located in the path.
Was the body visible from the roadway or from the vehicle at all?
No. You had to be on that path to get back there on that field. It's a pretty secluded area. It's not high, but it's got a vehicle path that they've driven several times through there.
Raymond, was the accident on the 25th single vehicle, or?
It was a single vehicle, one occupant, and it was her son.
And you can't tell us anything more between, I mean, they're a day apart between the accident and then the body being found. And I mean, it's just a few yards away, really, across the street.
That's kind of where we were leading to, and so quickly to be able to identify a body that doesn't have an ID. It was kind of putting a piece to the puzzle to a prior incident that was the day before, and identifying her very quickly.
You mentioned that she didn't have an ID, but did she have any other personal belongings with her, like a cell phone or a purse?
Nothing, just the clothing that she had on her.
And she apparently had a missing shoe as well, correct?
She did, but we found it on scene.
Was she believed to have been in the area of the accident, on the 25th?
It's a good possibility.
Is that close to where she lives or
Now,
something?
she lives here in Bardstown, and she lives, matter of fact, over here near the courthouse. So it's 7 miles from the area.
Did she seem to have walked to that area, or were there any tire marks or footprints, anything around?
There were some footprints on the accident that were questionable, but nothing that related to her. So she could have been in that car earlier that day, but we're still looking into it.
But didn't seem to be the body had been in a struggle of any sort or foul play?
No.
So you ruled out foul play?
Yeah.
Okay.
Any other questions?
So many, but you didn't answer me.
Just got to give us leeway. We're still working on this. Next couple of days, we might be able to answer more questions. We stay pretty active on our Facebook page and whatnot, and we try to stay transparent with the public. Just be patient with us. We're working a scene that, you might see it on social media, and our deputies may not even arrive on scene yet, but give us the time, giving us the benefit of the doubt to actually work the crime scene and see what we come up with. There could be possible pending charges on what's going on.
Pending charges for no foul play?
Correct. Just because you don't have foul play doesn't mean there's no pending charges.
Pending charges against who? Maybe I didn't hear that question.
You
right.
didn't.
Huh?
You didn't. There could be some possible pending charges. We'll be talking with the Commonwealth and continuing the investigation.
Was there any indication how long she had been deceased whenever she was found?
She started to have some rigor mortis, and body was starting to get stiff. So a couple hours, less than 24 hours maybe.
Did she live anywhere near where she was found out?
No, she lives here in Bardstown, less than a mile from here, and Sullivan Lane's probably where she was, probably 6-7 miles.
What time was the accident on the 25th?
The accident on the 25th was around 2:30
After,
in the afternoon.
And then she was discovered at 5?
5. So we're looking at
27.
27 hours of the time from the accident.
It wouldn't have been routine for you guys to do like a spot check around the area?
No, it's a private property, it's a farm. It was probably a good 200 yards from the road.
Does she have any relation to the people who own the property?
No.
The non-injury collision, what all did that involve? Did they?
He's traveling towards Louisville Road on Sullivan Lane and went across into a ditch creek area, and the car was probably 6 to 10 feet off the road.
That'd be right there near the bridge then.
Very close. It's actually a homeowner built a bridge culvert crossing that creek.
Right.
It's right around there.
So, no injuries were noted, but has something like a heart attack or a natural cause death been ruled
It's
out?
pending from the medical examiner. We're waiting to see what they tell us and we go on with that.
How long will you need to wait for the results from the medical examiner's
Just waiting on
office?
them to finish their report on the autopsy and get the toxicology.
Mhm. Is the vehicle from the accident on the 25th being held for, as part of the investigation?
Yes. Anything else? Appreciate it, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wheels are turning. Good questions.